And welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be doing another one of those news flashes. So, Poop Shafir asked to CNN, and I'm going to be doing maybe a few. First, I'll do the Trump attends the G20 summit under cloud of Russian probe. But I really want to do George H.W. Bush. Rest in peace, George H.W. Bush. Honestly, he was, in my opinion, a really good president. I really like them. And my heart goes out to his family.
President Trump on the world.
So I haven't really used CNN. Are they just videos? Don't tell me they are. I got their videos.
President Trump on the world.
So CNN does not have articles, which means I'm gonna have to use Fox News. Okay. Where's G20? Okay, I'm not gonna do G20. So, okay, there's so many good ones. I'm just gonna do this one. George H.W. Bush, 41st president, died dead at 94. Honestly, I haven't really known Bush a lot. I just know that he was Reagan's vice president and all that. But he did. But I did note that he did have that speech where he says, "Read my lips," and he didn't lower taxes on the rich. Okay, but he oversaw the end of the USSR. He did win the war in Iraq, the first one, with only around like 300 casualties. So I really feel bad for him. Former President George H.W. Bush spent a lifetime in public service and relations leader scored a decisive victory over Saddam Hussein. Yeah. A battle of the faltering economy, died at the age of 94. So, Jim McGrath, his family spokesperson, said that he died shortly after 10 p.m. on Friday, about 8 months after Barbara Bush died. So, Jeb, Neil, Marvin, Doro, and I are saddened to announce that 94 remarkable years our dad has died. George H.W. Bush, the highest character and best dad a son could ever ask for. The entire Bush family is deeply grateful for 41's life, and love and compassion to those who have cared and prayed for Dad, and for the condolences of our friends and fellow citizens. So, Trump was at the G20 summit, also has something to say. So when John McCain died, there was kind of controversy and all that. It wasn't that his statement wasn't that good at all. I don't really like it. I kind of criticized it first, but Melania and I joined agreement nation to mourn the loss of former President George W. H. Bush, who passed away last night. Through his essential, often to see disarming wit and wavering commitment to faith, family, and country, President Bush inspired generations of his fellow Americans to public service to be, in the words, 1,000 points of light, illuminating the greatness, hope, and opportunity of America to the world. So it does go on, but I do feel bad for him. So they state his they do state like his success is like willingness to take foreign debts like Iraq's Hussein, Panama's Manuel Noriega, and the presiding over the breakup of the Soviet Union. So this is pretty long. It's talking about his childhood. So you're saying that he had a lot of generosity. They called him a half-half. But he offered to the young, and after leaving office, he was like for 41 for his status as 41st president to distinguish him from his son, fellow president George H.W. Bush, who was known as 43. So he was born on June 12, 1924 in Milton, Massachusetts, the son of Dorothy Walker Bush and Prescott Bush, and he was a banker and a Republican senator from Connecticut. The family had one daughter and was being politically active. So they were talking about his life as he did go to the Phillips Academy, and he graduated on his 18th birthday, which is very good. And he was able to go to fight in World War One. He flew 58 combat missions in the Pacific part of the war, but he was hit by an anti-aircraft fire missile but managed to bail out and was awarded the Distinguishing Flying Cross and 3 air medals. So he's basically a very respected uh, uh, a soldier in the military. So on January 6, 1945, the 20-year-old Bush married 19-year-old Barbara Pierce of Rye, New York, whom he had met on a Christmas party 3 years earlier. They had 4 sons: George Bush, Jeb Bush, Neil Bush, and Marvin Bush, and 2 daughters, Robin and Dorothy. Okay, Robin died of leukemia at the age of 3. Following World War II, Yale, where his first son, George, was born. And George Bush was graduated at Phi Beta Kappa with a degree in economics and was a captain of a varsity baseball team. So on his birthday, they show George W. Bush to remember his birthday and all that. And he moved to Texas, where Texas was full of oil. And as his dad was in economics, his family was pretty much very heavily interested in economics. He was able to start an oil business which could appeal to people, and he won terms in the House of Representatives. He lost his campaign in the Senate, but he was appointed to a series of high-level political positions. He was an ambassador, to the UN chairman of the National Republican Committee. He was chief of the U.S. Liaison Office in Beijing and the director of the CIA. So he was very heavily into politics, and this would be a good pick. Ronald Reagan would make a good pick by Bush, and he nominated him as vice president, and then he ran, and he chose Senator Dan Quayle for his running mate in Indiana in that year's presidential election. And he, just like Bush, he did win in a landslide, and he made a famous quote: "This is America, brilliant diversity, spread like stars, like 1,000 points of light aboard in a peaceful sky." And he was inaugurated and defeated Michael Dukakis, and he declared a new breeze blowing The world refreshed by freedom seems reborn. The totalitarian era is passing, which is true. He did see the end of the Soviet Union, and he sent American troops from Panama to depose that country's leader, General Manuel Noriega, who returned to the U.S. to trial as a drug trafficker. And in 1990, he put a 30-nation coalition against Iraq to stop the invasion in Kuwait. And he launched Operation Desert Storm. That would be hilarious. Desert Storm had a 100-hour land battle that routed the Iraqi army. So he was pretty good at general stuff. I guess it was good tactics for generals. But Bush once famously said, "Read my lips. No new taxes." Was faced with the economic disconnect at home, tried to reduce the deficit. He signed bills to raise taxes, and also had a deal failing savings and loans. On the judicial front, he made 2 Supreme Court appointments. These are 2. David Souter, who was a pretty good one, but I really like his choice for Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is a pretty good Supreme Court nominee, and although occasionally criticized for his lack of eloquence, such as referring to the focus of the picture as the vision thing, which his comments also made endearingly frank. So he disliked particular regular. He said, "I do not like broccoli, and haven't liked it since I was a little kid and my mother made me eat it. I'm the President of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli." Okay, so he ended up losing, most likely because of the economic recession that there was. Bill Clinton ended up winning, most likely, and they moved to Houston again, and this is where they spent. They had a waterside home, yeah. So they were in the shadows until Bush came along. He made appearances on behalf of his son George W. Bush in this administration and joined forces with Bill Clinton. And in 2005, joined forces with Bill Clinton, the man who defeated him that was devastated by Hurricane Katrina and by the Asian tsunami. So he is another case of a bipartisan politician like John McCain. He's able to cross party lines to help, and that's really amazing. And active until his last years when a helicopter confined him to a wheelchair. No, not a helicopter, his health. But celebrated his 98th birthday by jumping out of a helicopter. And that's really amazing. And most recently, he joined the 4 other leading ex-presidents in the fall of 2017 for a concert in Texas to benefit victims of Hurricane Harvey and Maria. So that was really sad. I feel really bad for him. And sorry that CNN doesn't have articles. He died on 10. It's currently 9 hours ago. So rest in peace, George H.W. Bush. And thank you so much for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Bye. No, not subscribe to the video. Subscribe. And bye.